time out. All right, sorry about that, we're good. I was like, I guess I can see what, Mikey's not changing, nothing's, he's like, we're good. So now I sit. Now I know what's gonna happen. I'm not an idiot. So I make my back hard. I wait, Mikey kick, first kick, he's like, I jump up, I'm like, Mikey! Dad's like, I'm sorry, man, I don't know what to do. I'm like, you don't know what to do? You don't know what to do? I'm like, Elena, something. And then I realized he couldn't do anything, and Mikey knew it. Mikey looked at his dad like this dad couldn't do anything to him. He looked at me like I couldn't do anything to him. I even tried to take it into my own hands. I looked at Mikey, I was like, Mikey, stop it. And Mikey was just like, then I tried every South African trick, guys, every South African trick. I looked at Mikey and I was like, and then Mikey looked at me and Mikey was like, shut up. And I was like, I can't do anything. And so I turned and I looked at Mikey. And Mikey looked at me and I was like, you know what, Mikey? Pose. That day terrified me in a way I wasn't ready for. I'm not ready to have children like that. Because here's something I want you to understand. I do not want to ever hit my children, ever. I don't believe that anyone should hit their children. I honestly don't. But, I also don't want to raise a child who thinks it's impossible for this side of a hand to meet this side of a face. I need the kids to know that there's consequences in the world, even if it's not from me. I promise you no. I don't want my kids, I don't want to hit my kids. I don't want to. But I don't want them to know that I don't want to. Yeah. There must just be a little tension in the house, just for control. Because now, can you imagine, I've just got some American kids who don't respect me at all. The house is chaos. No one can do anything. They're breaking things, smashing things. I'm like, stop that. Hey, stop that. Are you listening to me? Yes, Trevor. Trevor, I'm daddy. Trevor, I'm daddy when now. Trevor, you call me Trevor. I'm daddy. Trevor, daddy, Trevor. Can you imagine that happening? Yo, guys, I wouldn't even know what to do. That would be the one time in my life when I would wish to be in South Africa in that moment. Not that I want it to happen, but I would just wish for that moment that I could be back in South Africa, instantly teleported, there with this little kid. I'd look at him and be like, what did you say? Trevor! Come here, buddy, come here. Can I tell you something? What? You see there? You see the time? It's 1:55. That means in 5 minutes, the electricity is gonna cut. And when that happens, you're gonna know me. Because it's gotten insane. It has gotten absolutely insane. And South Africans have adapted. South Africans have adapted. You don't even realize how much you've adapted because you are you the whole time. But as somebody who's seeing you coming back, I'm like, guys, there's a level of resilience that South Africans have now that I wasn't used to. Really. You know where you truly notice it? You notice it at the traffic lights. That's where I've seen the biggest change. That's where I've seen the biggest change. You know? Because when I left, there was one thing I knew and one thing I knew for certain. South Africans know what to do when the traffic lights are not working. That's something I would have bet all my money on. Why? Because we learned about it. You knew it when you did your K53, right? If you actually did your K53. They taught us in that lesson, when a traffic light is not working, you treat it as a four-way stop. It was very simple. These cars go like this. Those ones go like this. These ones, then these ones. These ones, then these ones. It worked like a charm. Then load shedding, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, 4, 5, 6. Ha! Have you been at the traffic lights now? Guys, I didn't know what was going on. I did not know what was going on. It's like Mad Max out there. It's like the apocalypse. Literally, you just get there. Everyone's there at the same time. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Everyone there like, go, go. You'll see. Some people don't even stop. You have no clue what's going on. None whatsoever. It's wild. One day I was in four ways. I drove to a traffic light that was out. And I see it from far. I'm like, okay, the traffic lights are not working. I'm driving. I'm getting ready. As I get there, a homeless guy jumps out. I had no clue what was happening. All I see is this homeless guy, and then other ones jumped out. They're all standing there, and then they started directing traffic, and then I don't know what's going on. So all I was thinking, I was like, yo, damn, these outsurance guys have fallen, Yes. Then I realized it was homeless guys, and they were doing an amazing job, guys. They were doing a phenomenal job. They were pulling the cars, telling people when to turn, doing what. People were putting 10 rand out the window as they were driving past. They were grabbing it, keeping everybody moving. People were listening. So many people were listening. I could not believe it. One day, you know what blew my mind? We're driving, get to the traffic lights. Everybody stops. Then a police car comes. And stops. Literally, the homeless guy was like, and the police car was like, And now I thought the police are going to get out and do something about the traffic lights. So I looked at them, and then I'm like, you could see the police were there like, he's working. Yambona now. And then they just sat there with all of us. Waited for the homeless guy. Then he was like, and then the cops were like, sharp. Everything has changed. Everything. But the one thing I'm not used to yet is the chaos. I don't know when to go. I don't know who goes when now. Some people are turning while other people are going straight. Then you're between each other. Everyone's hooting. Beep, 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 even taxi drivers are on the side like, guys, guys, this is not safe, guys. Man. If everybody's a taxi driver, then who is a taxi driver, guys? Guys. That's our thing, man. This is cultural appropriation. You know who's truly toughened up over the last few years? Who's truly toughened up the most? White women. I know all South Africans have gotten tougher, but white women, I am the most proud of you. When I was last doing shows in South Africa years ago, white women were fragile. They were brittle. Any change in direction would crack them. You would see, have you ever seen, you'd see white women back in the days, things would go wrong. They'd be like, I just can't, I just can't. I mean, like, you're living in a country where I swear to God, it's just, because I was driving today and they just cut you off. And you're at the robots and you've got these guys knocking on the window. I just can't. Zuma must go. I can't. I can't do this. I can't. It's too much. It's just too much. It's too much. And the chickens at Nando's have gotten smaller. I don't know what I can't. White women were brittle. And then I don't know what happened over the past few years. But they have toughened up. They have truly toughened up. It's almost like these white ladies were in their garages training every day. Because have you seen white women at the traffic lights now? Have you seen white women during load shedding at the traffic lights? You better pray to your God when you meet them, eh? They're taking no prisoners. White women now, they've turned into the new taxi drivers, guys. You'll see them driving in during load shedding, peak traffic. They pull in there with their Hyundai Sonata. They've got their arm out the window, accepting any challenger. They're there driving in. You think you're gonna cut them off? Beep, beep. They're like, futsek wena. Ngazongi hutela wena. Aponi kutinga driver la wena. Futsek. Beep, beep. Nawe, hey. Futsek nonke, hey. Ningazong chela, I'm driving here. Papela mina nyon dupula nonke. Nombulala nonke ninam sunweni. Wow! These white ladies are getting home to their husbands. You know, they're there in the kitchen like, "Hi, honey, how was your afternoon?" Yeah, sometimes you have to show them, eh? Sometimes you just have to show them. Uba bonise, uba kombise. Yeah, because ni ate sharp mina.
Yo, Pretoria, you guys have been amazing, man. Thank you so much for coming out. I had such a great time with all of you. Johannesburg, thanks for showing out. South Africa, we did it.
Our house. Yeah, you see, like this, you just have to get used to it. It's very hard, but you have to keep a straight face. Which was difficult because I met a mechanic who had sons named Brake and Clutch. And that was not, especially when Brake was running around causing chaos. And his dad was there like, "Stop it, brake, stop it, brake, stop it, brake." And I was like, "Hey, stop it, brake." But you have to get used to it. It's a cultural thing, and so you have to respect it. And the second warning Ali gave me was even stranger. We're driving through Lusaka, the capital. And Ali looks over at me in the car and he goes, "Trevor, you know here in Zambia, we're a very God-loving nation, eh?" I said, "Oh, okay, Ali, that's a good thing to know." He says, "Yes. So while you are here, don't be gay." So what? He says, "I know it can be tempting sometimes, but don't do it, huh? Don't be gay." Don't be gay? I've never been warned of this in my life. Don't be gay. Hey, bro, don't be gay. Don't be gay. Don't be gay. Crazy warning to get. But then I found out why Ali was warning me. Turns out in Zambia, being gay is illegal. If you are found to be gay, you will be arrested and sent to prison for more than 30 years. Yeah. Which is a bit of a weird punishment. When you think about it. I mean, I'm not saying gay guys would enjoy prison. I'm just saying if I was gay, that's not the worst thing you could do to me. You'd be like, "You're going to jail." I'd be like, "Oh no." Don't be gay. I couldn't believe this. Gay is a crime in Zambia. Which got me thinking, if gay is a crime, that means the police have to monitor it. They actually have to police gay. Yeah. Which means in their police force, they have a gay division. It's a crime. It's a crime. So that means they've got a murder unit, they've got a robbery unit, they've got a white-collar crimes unit, and then they've got a gay unit. Huh? Yeah, they've got a little G unit in their police force that's responsible for all things gay. That must be the most fun police force to be in the world. You get to go undercover, dress up really nice, get in touch with your flamboyant side, just have a good time. I bet the sergeant's there every morning, briefing his detectives. "Good morning, detectives. Welcome, everybody. Today we will be launching a sting operation. We have just been informed of a fashion show that will be taking place. And as you know, the gays cannot resist the latest trends. Therefore, we will be in full attendance to apprehend each and every one of them. Let us make sure we are here. Detective Chipua, present. Detective Table, present. Detective Mungai, present. I think he's in too deep.
I understand nothing, even the small words, just the pronunciation, small things that get you by. For instance, I pronounce the opposites of uncle as aunt. I say my aunt. Out here you say my ant, which to me is an insect, which made me look like an ass when my friend told me his aunt died. And I was like, so what? There's tons of those out there. What a great way to end a friendship. I couldn't get help the other day when searching for a battery for my remote control, because that's what I say, battery, a small form of power. So in America, you say battery, which to me is a different form of power. Sponsored by Chris Brown. And you know what, I understand. We live on different sides of the globe, so it's fine. The language will evolve. This is something I've come to understand. But I hope I change one thing in your hearts forever. Just one thing. And that is that animal in the wild that looks like a horse. It has black and white stripes. Yeah, do me a favor. From now on, please, it's not zebra, okay? It's zebra. Yeah? Just like it's not Debra, it's Deborah. Same structure of word. Plus, you cannot name them because you do not have them. Zebra. This is madness. Everything out here is different. Do you know how hard it is to learn when you come out here? You have to change everything. There's the measurement system, which is just, America, you guys have your own thing, the Imperial system, On my side of the world, we use the metric system, and by my side, I mean the rest of the world, We have the metric system, which is, amongst other things, very efficient. It's a very simple process. Everything goes into each other. And out here you have Imperial, which is fine. I won't judge you. If you want to be imaginary, that's up to you. But I just feel like there's some consistency that's needed. Small things. Like, for instance, when we abbreviate our small measurement, milligrams, we use mg, milligrams. Mg, milligrams. And you guys have ounces, which you then abbreviate OZ. There's no Z in the word, ounces. I don't know. That's pale in comparison to what you've done with pounds. That for me, please explain to me how the abbreviation for pounds became LBS. Pounds. I look like the idiot walking into the store going, could I please have the 2 labs bag of sugar? Guy was like, you mean pounds? I said, I don't see the P. No, I don't. He said, well, it means pounds. It's not LBS. A lot of bullshit. That's what it stands for. This is horrible. In fact, it's crazy. You do realize the imperial system is so inefficient that even American drug dealers have switched over to metric. Even drug dealers got to the point where they said, we need some order, we're going with metric. And I honestly thought this was an anomaly. I thought, you know what, this is just one of those things, it's a coincidence, but it's not. Americans do not care about abbreviation nor the English language. They don't give a damn. I learned this in the small things. Like for instance, when I was in Tennessee, I stumbled on an organization known as the Ku Klux Klan. You heard of them? Worst magic show ever. Guy gave me a pamphlet. He was like, come and see the Grand Wizard. Grand Wizard! The Grand Wizard! Didn't do one trick! Not even one trick. I noticed a few black people disappear, but that's not magic. No, that's just Reaganomics. I wasn't impressed by that. Like, where's the magic? I sat there forever. These guys running around in their sheets. Yeah! The KKK, as they're affectionately known. Has nobody bothered to tell them ever that you do not spell clan with a K? Nobody stopped. Even in America, clan is spelt with a C. The Ku Klux Klan, they're the KKC, not the KKK. You realize that? Ku Klux Klan. The C. In fact, the name is wrong, the whole thing, the Ku Klux parts of it. That's just horrible because they got that, as you know, from ancient Greece. It was Ku Klux Alphion, meaning a circle of brothers. And that's how they got their name. They called themselves a Greek circle of brothers, which is wrong for two reasons. One, if your sole purpose as an organization is to hate black people, don't you find it strange that you've now named yourself the Circle of Brothers? And secondly, do they realize that in ancient Greece, circles of brothers were doing very different things with one another? Very loving, very, yeah. If they were really a Greek circle, the sheets would be a bit higher up, just more of a, yeah, maybe one more hole. They're not a... The newspapers say that. And after one of the shows, I left the venue. And my friend Mick was waiting for me backstage. And he was like, oh, Trevor, how was your show? I said, it was really good. Mick, how was yours? He's like, oh, not too bad, not too bad. You know what, me and the lads were going down to the pub, going to grab a drink. You want to join us? And I said, no, I don't really drink, Mick. I'm just going to go home. He's like, oh, it's not about drinking, right? We're just going to hang out, right? Just grab a wee little drink. And that's where he got me. Scottish people do that so well. They're like, oh, wee little drink. It makes it sound harmless, doesn't it? Oh, just a wee little drink. Sounds tiny. A wee little drink. Yeah, wee little. Nothing sounds dangerous like that. Yeah, what happened in Nagasaki? Oh, they dropped a wee nuclear bomb. Doesn't sound that bad. He was like, a wee little drink. I was like, oh, you know what? Let's have a wee little drink. And so I joined him. And we went drinking. I don't remember. I do remember waking up the next day in my bed, partially dressed, shirt on the floor, pants still on, left shoe on, right shoe on the pillow beside me, and my head pounding. You know when you can hear your heart beating inside your head? And so I get up and I'm like, oh, I feel horrible. And as I stand up, I could feel the vomit coming. I could feel it. Yeah, I could feel it, just like, it did that thing. But I held it. I control that. Because if there's one thing you should know about me is I don't throw up, okay? Let's just get that straight right. I don't throw up. I control myself. When I see people throwing up, I'm like, you're weak. Control yourself. You're weak. This is my body. This is my temple. I control it. The body tried. It was like, whoa. I was like, no. My body was like, come on, man. I got it. I was like, no. Breathe. Had it in check. Went to the kitchen. Started to make some breakfast. And as I poured the milk into the cereal bowl, my body was like, hey, Trevor? I was like, hey, what's going on, buddy? Hey, do you mind if I burp? Of course I don't mind if you burp, buddy. You burp all the time. Yeah, because I'm going to burp right now. Just a standard everyday burp. I was like, I don't know why you're warning me. You never warn me usually when you burp. You should burp. I just wanted to let you know it's just a burp. You don't have to worry about it. I was like, okay, well, go ahead and burp. It's like, okay, well, here it comes. And my body was like, burp, burp. Yeah, but then I caught it in my mouth. I caught it all in my mouth, though. And, oh, yeah, judge me. Judge me. The only reason you know the taste is because you're alcoholics. You're going to judge me. We've all done that before. And I'll have you know that's the classy thing to do. You catch it in your mouth so you can handle your business in the toilets. Caught it all in my mouth. I ran to the toilets. I threw up. And it was the worst feeling in the world. I don't even drink. Throwing up is now an added reason to not. And you know when you're throwing up, the worst part for me is the dry heaving. You know when you're done, everything is finished, but still, like that's when I know that humans aren't as evolved as we think we are. Because your body and your brain at that point are not, there's nothing left. There's nothing there. And still there's nothing there. There's not, and we're all in that position. It's not gracious. No one's looking cool. Everyone is there. Like you're just like, everyone is in that same position. There's no one who throws up in a cool fashion. No one's there like, whoa. Oh, no one. Every single one of us, we're reduced to a pile of pain.
Oh, it's finished. It's finished. Oh, it's finished. Ooh. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, it's so sore. It's so sore. There's nothing there. Why don't you realize that? Ooh. Ah. Oh, please. Oh, please. I'm dying. I'm dying. Oh, I'm dying. I don't even know what. Ooh.
And then blood came out. Yeah, not good. So I panicked because I was like, I'm bleeding internally. I need to get to the hospital. Called my friend Mick. I was like, Mick, where are you? He's like, oh, Trevor, I'm at home. What's going on? I said, Mick, I need your help. I think I drank too much last night. He's like, yeah, right, and? I said, and this morning I threw up a lot. He's like, yeah, right, and? I said, and then while I was throwing up, blood came out. He's like, yeah, right, and? I said, and that's it, Mick. Blood came out of my mouth. He said, oh, that's too bad, Trevor. So what are you going to do now? I said, I'm going to go to the hospital, Mick. He's like, oh, I don't know if that's necessary. Like, was it a lot of blood? So any blood is a lot of blood. What do you mean? He's like, no, I know what you're saying, but like, was it a lot or was it like a wee bit of blood? Mick didn't take me to the hospital. Instead, he decided to come over with some bananas and white bread. Forced me to eat that. And that night, I had another show. I was horrible. It was a bad show. And afterwards, I leave the venue. And who's standing outside waiting for me? My good friend, Mick. And he's like, Trevor, how was your show? I said, it was horrible, Mick. It was horrible. I thought I was going to die. He's like, oh, that's too bad. You want to go talk about it over a pint? I said, what, Mick? He's like, yeah, let's go grab a wee drink. I said, there's no wee nothing here, my friend. There's no wee ever again. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, Mick, I thought I was going to die. I'm not going to drink. He's like, don't be like that, Trevor. It's just one bad day. I was like, yeah, and I'd like to live to see another, Mick. I'm not going with you. He's like, oh, Trevor, don't be like... I'm like, don't be like what? He's like, don't be a pussy. And that's where he lost me. That is where he lost me. I understand what he was trying to do. Guys do it all the time. Hit you with the phrase, don't be a pussy. Yes. Because it implies weakness. Yeah. Do not be like the vagina. The vagina that is weak. Yes, yes. Don't be a pussy. The guys say that and then you do what they want. Don't be a pussy. Yeah, yeah, don't be a pussy because the pussy is weak. And yet, in my personal experience, I have found the pussy to be one of the strongest things I have ever come across in my life. Don't be a pussy? Have you ever come across a pussy? The vagina is one of the most powerful. You realize vaginas can start revolutions and end wars. You realize even on a physical level, the vagina is one of the strongest things that have ever existed. Virtually indestructible. Many men in this room, many men in this room have tales of how they once defeated the pussy. Let me tell you now, they have not. The owner of the pussy may have given you the impression that you defeated the pussy, but it is alive and well, my friends. Whenever people say that, I go, do you understand how impressive the vagina is? Do you understand how strong it is? There's a reason men have sought to oppress it for so long. The vagina is frighteningly powerful. You realize that human beings come out of a vagina. Human beings come out and still it continues to work as intended. Do you understand how impressive that is? Like, I don't know if I'm the only one, but do you understand? A human being comes out of the vagina and still it continues to operate and it continues to work. After a human has just come out, you're saying it's weak? A human came out of the vagina. You just sit on a penis wrong and it breaks. You just... Don't be a penis. That should be the phrase. Don't be a pussy. I wish I was a pussy. Are you serious right now? Don't be a penis. That should be the saying.